Hello, everybody.
Hello, welcome. We are live. Welcome to our regular Sunday.
Yes, it's Sunday today.
Is it Sunday?
Yeah. The only reason we know it's Sunday is because I cook a roast and then we go live in the evening.
Yeah. To all intents and purposes, it's exactly the same as all the other days at the minute.
Yeah.
Going slightly mad, I'll be honest. But yes, welcome. If you're new to the channel, we go live every Sunday. If you're watching us live, please pop into the side chat, say hello. If you're watching after the fact, welcome. Hopefully you'll enjoy the video. We don't really have a particular subject, so we thought we'd make this about you and read out much more of the chat, read out questions and stuff, and just see how everyone's getting on with reselling or life in general.
Yeah.
In these strange times. And we'll see where the chat takes us is the plan. But we do have a few thank yous and a couple of things to share before we get going. So
okay, can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
Just admin before we start. We've said it before, and we'll say it very quickly again. That if you want to contact us, our links are below. So we've got a Facebook page. If you've got social media, you can privately message us on Facebook, on our Facebook page. You can also email us through our website. But again, just to remind you, please don't message us through eBay unless it is about something that you want to buy on eBay or something that's for sale on eBay.
Yeah.
So yeah, just that little bit of admin, but we have tried to make it a bit clearer below now in the description box. So it says, contact us on our Facebook or you can email us on our website.
And we've been so on top of messages kind of this week. We've caught up with everything, haven't we?
Have we?
Maybe. I say
with
that.
All the emails.
Maybe. I think maybe.
Know.
No, maybe I'm still quite behind on email, but
yeah,
I did loads.
I'm trying to make time to look every day now.
Yeah. So let's say a few hellos in the chat before that whizzes away. Lucy T was first. Welsh Wonder Nia, welcome. Hi Georgina, good to see you. Laura is in. James, Damien. Hey Pete. Lots of regulars popping in to say hello. Adrian, who has moved house. He's been documenting his move on YouTube.
Strange time to do that.
Yeah, it's a strange time to be moving. Or strange times to be moving in.
Yes.
I'm sure you didn't choose to move now. Yeah, lots of people say hi, Scotty, Flipping Sloth, all sorts of people. I'm going to scroll to the end. So, double-decker couch. How does that work?
Oh, it still says Nick Hills.
Oh, I changed it because I dipped into a hangout the other night. I haven't changed it back. It was changed back to both our names, and now I've forgotten to change it again. So I need to say hello to Benjamin Wilkinson. If you're watching, I don't know if you'll be in live or watching after the fact. And I need to pass on a message from your mother. Don't worry, we will all need coach drivers after lockdown. Okay, that may not mean much to you guys watching now, but to Benjamin, thanks for watching, appreciate it. And yeah, don't worry, we will all need coach drivers after lockdown.
Yeah, when we're allowed to go places further away.
Oh, absolutely. Right, and a speed thank yous to people who have chosen to buy either through our eBay or messaged me. I did a video where I went through the backlog of stock, and I had a bunch of people saying, oh, I've been after one of those, or oh, are you planning on selling those? And had a bunch of sales, which was great. So specifically, Brian Nelson, thanks for buying the leaflet display and a load of camping pots and pans. That was so cool. Another Brian bought the little Rubik's clock that was sat on the shelf. Stephen, he bought a pair of trainers from off the shelf. Ron, who bought a tripod that I showed that was sat on the end, and it's been sat there for about a year or more. And Catherine, who bought all of the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. We did a deal. Very happy to sell it in bulk, get rid of it. I'm glad you're happy with those. Anthony, who's bought some badges. That's Anthony. Walt is a very regular and really good customer of ours. Andy bought a 7x7 cube. Good luck with that. Actually, it's the black and white one, so I think it's maybe actually easier than the 6x6 multicolored.
I wouldn't like to try.
I'm not tempted either. Jason, he bought a load of cubes. He bought 9 different cubes. I assume for different people, unless you're going to do something, I don't know, stack them up, or what would you do in 9 cubes? And Sean, who bought a Lego set, which will be in the vlog that will be coming out tomorrow. And then we had a gift that I completely forgot to share last week because it was on my record player, so it wasn't to hand. And it is this. Had a message from Susie, who was selling off a collection of records. I think they were her brother's records that he had left for her to sell on eBay. She found this, which is an Erasure club version of their ABBA-esque EP, one I do not have, and she kindly offered to send it through. So thank you so much. It has been played many times already. Lovely little note from Susie. So thank you so much. Hopefully you're watching. Yeah, it's like Christmas this week, wasn't it?
Right.
We had goodies. And during lockdown, we've been speaking to our neighbours more than normal, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is happening to you, but we've
lived
been
here over a decade. But
yeah, and we have said hello to people, but you know, we're always busy, we're always going somewhere. But because of the strangeness of lockdown, we've had lots more conversations with our neighbours and got to know them that bit more and their situations and stuff. So one neighbour in particular who we chatted to about our business a bit more appeared at the doorstep this morning and said, "Can you make any use of this?" Do you want to hold that?
Well, he actually phoned me first. And
did he phone you first? Oh, I didn't realise.
So, yeah.
So he turned up with great Thomas train set. And what's in that? Extra track and all sorts.
Yeah. So that's really cool. I mean, obviously they've kept it for, I don't know if they had it for their kids, but kept it for their grandchildren and said that they're all grown out of it now. So wondered if we could use it for our business and if not, pass it on to our nieces and nephews. But I think that, you know, we probably...
Oh, there's a big demand for this Thomas Tommy stuff. Yeah, it goes really well. So yeah, and
so that was a really nice gesture.
We offered to pay him for it, and I
asked him how much he would like for it, and he said, "No, I just want to get rid of it." So so that was lovely. It was really lovely.
So that was a result this morning, because that we've not looked in it, but I've no doubt it's in good condition and it will sell really well. So that was nice.
That was lovely.
And the record, which was actually we received before last Sunday, I forgot to share it last Sunday. That was a wonderful surprise, and it has been played to death already. Okay, right. Should we take some stuff from the chat? Have I said I've done little messages and thank yous? Yeah, I think we're there. Sorry if I've forgotten anything. I usually forget something. Peter's in with a question. There you go.
I put it there so we could answer Pete's question.
Do you have a set weekly routine for reselling? I try and keep a routine, but it's quite difficult to stick to.
No, we're not very good at routines.
We're not creatures of routine. We're creatures of make it up as we go along.
Disorganization, organized chaos.
Yeah. No, and I think reselling is a lot easier perhaps if you have a set routine you can stick to. It's just not something we've ever really figured out. And I will say this, during lockdown, I don't know if you guys agree, but I'm finding it harder to maintain motivation and focus.
Focus is something I've struggled with.
I don't know why that is.
Really struggled with.
And I go through phases of being super efficient for a couple of days, and then I just lose the plot for a few days and lose my motivation. And that's probably been showing in the videos, quite sporadic videos. I'll do a few days of me being really busy and productive, and then there'll be no videos for the rest of the week.
Hi, Kane.
Because I've not been productive or, you know.
Kane's first time watching us, so thank you.
First time watching you guys. Oh, welcome. Good to see you. So yeah, Pete, I mean, I've seen when you do the lives and you get going in the morning and get 5 things listed and try and structure your day that way. I think that's a great idea. I've never quite managed that. When we've had retail outlets, that built in the structure for us because we had to be there to open up, and then you're at work, so you're working.
We were still never on time.
We were quite late often.
We used to have people waiting outside the shop going, what time do you call this, kind of thing?
But it gave us a starting point, which was there or thereabouts the opening time of the shop. And then we stayed and we worked until 5 or half 5 whenever we used to close. Quite often I'd stay late. Chances of that toy getting past Nick and onto the nieces or nephews are 0 to none. Yeah, we're selling it. To be fair, we walked to my nieces' 3 nieces' house. They live on the other side of town, and we gave them a load of toys today. So, you know.
No, that was yesterday.
Was that yesterday?
It was yesterday.
How was that yesterday?
Yeah, that was really nice because we did, you know, they were really well behaved. They didn't come near us, and we stood
apart
back.
from Iris, he ran around.
Yeah, but she didn't like touch us or anything. But yeah, no, they were really good. And we went to the door, and you know, kept our distance, obviously. But it was just so nice to see family not on a screen. It was lovely.
It was nice to see them in person, have a chat. Socially distanced. Andrea is the most paranoid person about this in the world.
No,
so we were
mad. It's the only thing that we're arguing about at the moment. Nick wants to touch everything. I don't want to touch anything.
I don't want to touch.
He does.
I sat on a bench today and you had to go.
No, because you rubbed the bench and then you rubbed your face.
That's so not.
It is exactly what's happened.
No, it didn't happen like
and
that.
Yesterday when we were out walking, he was rubbing his hands along all of the handrails.
All of that.
I didn't say anything because I knew you'd get cross with me. And then Ellen ended up saying, "Stop touching the rails."
Anyway, I thought I'd actually share the chat and it might help us keep on board with it. But someone's just said we've missed super chat, so I'm going to try and share the chat.
Okay.
It'll keep us focused on the fact that chat is whizzing by.
Focus.
Yes, I wasn't rubbing the handrails.
He was going along with his hands. You probably don't even really consciously think about it, but he's going along sort of rubbing casually.
Look what you've started in the chat now.
Yes, you do. You want to touch everything.
Bench rubber. Oh dear. What? After watching a while, Andrea asked Nick if he would ring me and maybe arrange a video chat. I'm brand new, but always been in business, now disabled, thinking this could be good. Okay, can I just put out there? I get quite a number of messages of people saying, can I set up a Skype call? Can you ring me and give me advice? I don't offer that because if I offer that to one person, I feel I should offer it to every person. I don't feel particularly comfortable with that. I'm not actually that comfortable in that situation, and we just can't offer that to everyone. So it's not something. You can message me and ask me some specific questions, and I might be able to answer those. But I'm not going to do one-on-one things.
No, it's not a service that we offer, is it?
No. Okay, let's try and find these super chats.
And I hope you can understand that we're ourselves trying to run our business. So you know, time is we're short on time for most things.
Okay, I'm going to whiz back and see because somebody said we've missed super chats already. Oh,
there's one.
Andrew Jackson, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat.
There's no message with it to read out.
Was it Andrew that you just read out? I don't know.
Oh, was it? I don't know. Gadget Man 36. What's the theme music you play on your videos? Do we have theme music? Oh, there's a bit I use in my little vlogs, which is just free iTunes music that I happen to like.
Yeah, I don't think there's ever one specific thing that we use for every video, though, is there?
I have been recently.
Oh, right, okay.
And that I fade out
when
with
I
it.
do a video, I don't use it.
I've got one that I like, and it kind of I made one that's coming out tomorrow, and I've used segments of the same song throughout when I'm sharing some of the pictures of the stuff I'm listing, and then at the end, tail out is the end of the song, and it kind of holds it all together. But I don't know what the name of it is.
No, we just save things that we like on the free. It's on iTunes, isn't it? No, it's on free YouTube music, and then we put it into iTunes.
Yeah. Well, YouTube has a whole raft of music you can use, which is free to use, and you don't incur the get strikes because it's copyright free. That's what I'm trying. That was the word I was trying to find. Yeah, if I knew the name, I'd tell you, but I've no idea. Right, was that all we missed?
I think so.
Yeah, that's not the beginning, but that's as far back as I can go. Okay. If Darren rubbed the bench, he'd be in trouble.
Yeah, well, we do fall out. It's that. Well, I tell you what, it was just hilarious because me and Ellen, I went, oh, I think I'm going to go and sit on the bench, and because Nick was looking at a tree that had fallen down and having a look at stuff.
Oh,
and,
well, that was amazing.
I know, it was an amazing tree. But anyway, by the by, me and Ellen, I said, oh, I might go and sit on the bench. And then I said, oh, should I sit on the bench though? And Ellen said, it should be all right to sit on the bench as long as you don't touch anything. And if you do touch something, definitely don't touch your face. And so I said, yeah, you're right. But I didn't sit there. So Nick comes along, sits down, and then we both looked at each other and went, typical, kind of thing. And then he sits there and then proceeds to put his hand down on the bench and is just casually rubbing the bench. And me and Ellen looked at each other and went, right. and then he went.
Context. This is in the middle of a wood.
It was just the most hilarious thing because of that conversation. It was like, it should be all right. If you do touch something, definitely don't touch your face. He did exactly those two things.
Yeah, okay. Rubbing benches could be your band name, Nick. Don't start these things, Lainey. This is how I can't shake these strange things. People will be talking about old men's shoes in a minute, right?
Rubs benches and steals old men's shoes.
But context: this was in the middle of a forest, a random wooden bench. You know what I mean? It's
where lots of people walk.
All right, you've had your say. I'm just saying. We're done. Look, they're all having a go at me now. What about the fallen tree? Yes, right. Let me share. I'll share you lot again. And hold on. So, can't find it. Yeah, we're in the woods, really nice woods, and there's this massive tree.
Thank you, Steve.
Nick, what is favourite kind of bench to rub? Stop it.
Wooden ones.
So there's this tree, and it had been blown over in a storm. There was quite a few that had fallen since we'd last been to that wood, but this tree was huge, like must be 50-foot tree, and it went up and then it split as a V and went off like that. But where it had fallen, the V had hit another tree and it had split the entire tree along its length. It was mind-blowing how it had done it. It cleaved the tree, and I'm talking like a 2-3 foot wide tree, right down the middle to its root. The chances of that happening are slim to none. I should have taken pictures. Anyway, yes. I'm not sure anyone cares about my tree story. Stop it, Karen. See? Tommy rubs benches all the time. I'm not sure that makes me feel better about myself, but I'm not the only one. There you go. Right. So yes, thanks for the super chat, Steve. What was it again? Oh, it was bench talk. Yeah. I don't have a favourite type. Good Lord. Oh, someone's noticed my shirt. Yes. Let me come back out again. There you go. Dave Garn, Andy Fletcher, Martin Gore, and
Alan
Wilder, who is no longer in the band. This isn't the original lineup because, of course, you'll know that Vince Clarke was in the band until 1981, just after their first album. He went on to form the Assembly and then Yazoo and Erasure, of course. So this is the classic lineup after Vince Clarke, but before Alan Wilder left, for many reasons, but mainly because he wasn't given credit for the work he did in the band. Anyway, I'll better stop there.
Isabella Pickett wants to know all the things you rub.
What?
Louise wants to know how long we've been married. Well, we've been together. I think that's probably more important. We've been together 22 years now. Yes.
97.
23 years this year.
23 years, my birthday this year. I mean, that's like a fifth of a century. More than a fifth, approaching a quarter of a century.
Yeah.
That she's put up with this.
And his bench rubbing.
What other things does Nick rub? Don't know. What else what do I rub?
Well, I don't know if we should share. Scottish Seller says, "What does my t-shirt say?"
Sorry, we've moved on. We've moved on now from that.
I'm wearing Aerosmith. It's an old Aerosmith t-shirt. It's a tour t-shirt.
Is it a vintage? Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, not that vintage.
Well,
2001.
So vintage-ish.
Doesn't feel vintage to us. 2001.
Yeah, it was sent to me by I think it's Mike in New York.
Oh my word! It isn't the actual term something being vintage. Isn't that 20 years?
20 years. So it'll be vintage next year.
So 2001 next year is vintage. How mental is that? The turn of the millennium feels like no time ago. I remember the party we were at and everything. Oh, what's that? I rub bottles of matey.
Perhaps Daryl rubs bottles of matey.
What you get up to in the privacy of your bathroom is entirely up to you. Wow.
Matey for many, many years.
I rub ducks.
We've got a super chat.
Yeah, where is it? It's below. Found it. It's Andrew again. Oh, thank you so much. He says, did not mean one-on-one. Thought it would be interesting for your YouTube channel, but totally understand. Did not mean one-on-one. I don't understand what you meant then. I'm sorry. I got the wrong end of the stick. I thought it was a phone call.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Sorry, Andrew.
Yeah, but I was just putting it. We do. I get that request a lot. I also get a lot of people saying, "Can you look at my eBay store and tell me why my stuff isn't selling?" It's not a service I provide. All we've ever done is just share what we do and how we do it.
We don't see ourselves as being people that teach anything necessarily, or
no.
You know, we're just sharing our journey and sharing our lives.
We show a kind of a way of maybe making some money on the internet, not that efficiently, but we do all right.
We're not that great at it, but we share it anyway.
Yes, come here for average eBay selling. But yeah, it's not something we do, is that sort of thing. Anyway, but I'm sure there are people out there that would if you can hunt them down. Yeah. Anyway, 20 years doesn't seem long.
No, it doesn't anymore.
Doesn't. Oh, Mike's in. I was talking to Mike on Messenger. That's the best way to get in touch with me, is Messenger. I actually replied to those messages quite quickly. Mike is out of hospital, but he's had a hell of a time for the last year.
Oh, no.
And is trying to get rid of stock. I think he's going to create a post, and I'll maybe share it for you through our Facebook if anyone's interested in stock. But yeah, we need to sort that out. Thank you for the super chat, Mike. Heard of talking to animals, but what does wood say? Well, Andrea was telling me that the trees were sending her vibes.
No, I was talking about forest bathing. Now, this is a thing. I'm sure many of you know what I'm talking about.
Settle down.
It's because of the energy of the trees, and you're bathing in the energy of the trees, and it's supposed to be calming and healing.
That's what Andrea was doing when I decided I'd go and sit on a bench and got in trouble. She was bathing in the energy of the trees.
Yes.
Weren't you? Yeah. Until a very noisy family came along and just shouted a lot. I was like, has that ruined your bathing? Yeah. So fun walks out with the hills it was today.
It was all right. It was a nice walk, really. Never seen so many cars in that car park, though. We very nearly turned around and went back again, and then sort of looked into the wood, and it was easy to keep away from people. It was easy to socially distance because it's quite a massive wood. But yeah, it was just so busy, wasn't it? I've never known it like that. Yeah,
we walked there. We used to take Monty there quite regularly, and there'd be maybe a couple of cars there and 2 or 3 couples or whatever walking their dogs. Today there was probably 40 cars all the way up the road towards the wood, and along the side of the wood, car park was full. Never seen it like that. So yeah, massive wood, Tom.
Hello, Tom. Tom's like, wood? People are talking about wood?
So, yeah, Tom's the man to talk about his wood. Yeah. Need to laugh out loud. Yes, we all do, to be fair. Thanks very much, Nick. We'll be putting the post out soon. Yes, we'll be in touch, and I'm happy to share that. And like I said to you, I'm probably shouldn't be buying stock, but I'm sure somebody will want whatever it is you're trying to move on.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me share this screen again. So yeah, if you're just joining us, I can see we've now got, wow, 455 people in. We don't really have a topic, so we're just going to try and pick out a few questions or comments, just hang out really, and try and relax. Relax, man. Like bathing in the trees.
Bathing in the forest.
I'm way behind. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your plans tomorrow? Shipping orders, listing more orders.
Yeah, I like a Monday. It starts with Kelly at 9. Shelley at 10:30. Keep me company in the morning. Get stuff done.
Yeah. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do.
And of course, Peter after Shelley. Mustn't forget that.
Oh yeah. Oh, so many YouTubers these days. You could watch YouTube constantly. I think just resellers.
Just keeps you company, doesn't it?
So yeah, what I'm going to do tomorrow, if I remember, is I have now shifted enough bulk from in here that I'm going to condense all of the shelves and bring down the rest of the car parts. It's my mission.
Well, we're sharing this chat, but we're not really sharing this chat.
Oh, we have to move it down. No, you've just gone to the end.
Oh. Hang on.
You just jumped the whole thing.
Need to get rid of this. Oh.
Coughing on the stock, was I? Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, hopefully. Well, you know, we haven't really been anywhere or seen anyone, so.
What courier do you use for packages over 10 kilos? I would tend to use UPS, if not Parcel Force. I like both of those. UPS, I think, is my courier of choice for anything of any particular value or anything that might be fragile-ish, or heavy stuff. UPS, but I have used Parcel Force as well.
There's a question there. Can you, I'm guessing that's do a week of listing video, do a video of your listing week?
It would be dull, to be honest. I quite like the ones that I've tried to do, and the one that will be out tomorrow is I pick a bunch of stuff and talk about, I don't know, where I got the item, my process of listing it, how much I'm going to list it for maybe, and then show the finished listing. Those I don't mind doing, but a whole week of that would be a bit dull, wouldn't it? I don't know. I
don't know. Sometimes when we think things are dull, other people don't.
But I quite like doing those, so I'll continue to do those. The thing with making videos is, and those YouTubers in the chat will maybe agree, is you have to have so much forethought, because if I just go about my daily day, I won't get anything filmed. But to film it, you kind of have to do it in sequence. You have to think about what you're going to film and when. Yeah. Because otherwise you've taken all the pictures and you put it all away. And if you don't do it, it's like, well, now I've messed that whole thing up. So you have to be so in the moment and remember to film every step of. Yeah. It's not easy. It sounds like I'm making up excuses, but yeah.
Lucy has to help clean the house tomorrow. Would you like to come and help clean my house tomorrow?
Well, I don't think she's too enamored about cleaning her own.
No, I'm not too enamored about cleaning my house either. And John, hang on.
You'll have to highlight that.
I know it's just going to jump to the end if I try and touch it. Yeah, see what I mean?
Where were we?
Oh, we might as well go back to the other chat. I can deal with that better.
Which singer / band do you most regret not seeing live?
Prince.
Prince.
Mm,
Okay. Did you have the chance to see him? I guess you did many times.
yeah, I didn't, and I regret it.
I never saw REM live, but I don't know why. They weren't a band I really wanted to see. Certain bands like Depeche Mode, you know, I'm hungry to see them, but REM, I don't know why. It felt like something I did on my own. REM are my like little private thing, I think. But once they split up and the chance of ever seeing them live had gone, I did feel a pang of regret for that. So maybe REM.
Thank you, Flipping L.
I loved your clothes videos. Yeah. Well, if you're lucky, we get a video a month.
Oh, and then there's a
Sometimes,
question
don't we?
from Christine. Yes, yeah, I will do more. Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you just highlight it. So yeah. Okay, what video plans do we have?
I'm going to do another shot my stock one. I'll probably do that this week.
Right, heard it here first. Shop my, is that where you just go through and say, oh, I'm going to list this? And yeah, okay, cool. Hey, Aid, have you recovered from yesterday? What happened? Oh, the live stream. I was in the bath for most of that.
Is that why you were up there for so long?
I was watching Laney's live and then I fell asleep. Hi, Danny. Danny says, thank you for all your help you give with your channel. No, it's a pleasure. I've learned a lot. Seeing you guys makes me feel using eBay as a full-time income as a possibility and something I'm looking to pursue myself. Yeah, it certainly is a possibility and it's possible. I will say here, I've said it many times, it's not an easy option. It's a lot of hard work, but it is rewarding. And it does mean you can be your own boss, which we both kind of need.
Yes. Peter, the Vinegar Jar, does listing every Monday at 11 if you want to watch. Sometimes yes. Shelley goes over and...
yeah.
Yeah.
Shelley encroaches on Pete's time slot. I heard all about it. Can you and Tom do a video on wood? And you'll love of it. Oh, Tom's more the wood lover than me. It's just benches for me.
Oh, see, it is jumped. I can't touch this thing. It just jumps over time.
Pleasant Valley Picker has seen a lot of great bands, but missed a lot of great ones too. Yeah, I actually one that would have been amazing to see back in the day would have been the Stone Roses. When they reformed and they said they were touring again, I didn't want to go and see the kind of them now in their 50s, but I would have loved to go and seen them in their prime. I saw most of the bands I was into in the early 90s. Happy Mondays and James when I was into that whole Manchester thing, but not the Roses. That's the point. Charlatans and Wonder Stuff and Carter I saw several times. Jesus Jones, all of that I saw because we're not far from London. It's a half-hour train trip up to London. Then you've got Town and Country Club as it was then, Brixton Academy, all of those great venues.
James is worried that you fell asleep in the bath. You don't have a lot of water in your bath, do you?
No, and I can't get under the water. I'm so lanky. I would struggle. If you're worried about me drowning, it's never going to happen. I'm like, you can't get my head under the water, really. And I don't do what Andrea does and fills it up to the brim.
No, I love a deep bath. But then it's always a treat if I have a bath.
Mark, hi. I'm having a good clear out in my unit this week. I bought a heavy duty shredder. Any that has not moved in the last 3 months, it's going to be shredded. You're shredding stock? When you say shredder, I thought a paper shredder.
Yeah, blimey.
Like a documents shredder,
I guess
no?
it's like a wood shredder type thing.
Wow.
It's quite extreme, Mark.
Sounds like fun, though, to be fair.
Have you had your dinner yet? Yes, we have had our dinner. We had it at lunchtime.
We had a big roast lunch. Will charity shops be busier than ever after lockdown, as people will be having a clear out? I think so. Don't you?
Probably, yeah.
It's hard to predict, but I think there
they'll
will
be inundated with stuff as long as people haven't all thrown it away.
Yeah. Well, there's clothing recycling bins at our local Asda. And people had piled it up, almost as high as the bins, filled the bin up and then piled it up. And they've now put tape over them and closed the bins because I assume the companies, the clothing collection people can't keep up. So that's an indication of the backlog that's out there, yeah?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at the other chat as well. I just read Barry's comment.
Okay, I'll try and catch up. Oh, it's just... Where's it at? Is that the end?
It's that one.
Can't get Nick's head under the bathwater, no matter how hard Andrea's tried.
No, believe me, because I'm so like...
She's not denying it.
No, because I am so like a worry about stuff. And he does talk about falling asleep in the bath. I know we've had this discussion and you assure me that there isn't a lot of water in there and that it would be very difficult.
And I think I'd wake up if I was starting to drown.
Yeah, but not everyone does. People drown in the bath.
Only if they've gone unconscious. So you, when I'm having a bath, are you sat downstairs worrying? Yes. Yeah, but note, didn't deny the murder attempt, right? No denial.
I'm denying it. I've never tried that.
Never tried. Thought about it. Never tried it yet. Yeah.
Only if you carry on rubbing benches.
Schools open first, apparently, and shops July.
Yeah, not sure how it's going to work, really, but
the school unions were having issues, weren't they, about it?
Well, they don't want to do it.
So I don't know if that's been confirmed yet. Okay. Schools here in Northern Ireland don't open till September and possibly only in phases.
You see, I think that would be a lot more sensible. Yeah.
Well, how far are we from summer holidays anyway? A term?
Yeah, we're nearly at the end of the normal term of the year. That's what I mean. We're nearly at the end of the normal year.
Yeah, so they might as well just...
Yeah. I know, I think so. I think that would be much more sensible, but, sometimes sense doesn't come into it, does it?
Hi, Applecore. Good to see you. Question, has anyone dabbled in the auction during lockdown? Our local one is selling some stock, but delivery fees are crazy. We haven't looked into it.
No, we haven't.
We've been focusing on attempting to clear the backlog and slowly getting through it.
Yeah. Just want to say hello, Stephen.
Yeah, hi, Stephen. Oh, good. Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, see, this is what the chat, you can see it now. You try and scroll down and it just zooms to the bottom and you lose where you were and you can't read the comment.
Stuff. Yeah.
Right. So Q4 could be really bad this year since the lockdown, which will hopefully end. We'll still have months of extra measures in place and people will have extra bills to pay.
Yeah, it could be.
It's hard to predict. It may go the other way and people just want to have a big blowout and treat everybody and stuff. But I think you're right in that a lot of people will be feeling the pinch. It's really hard to predict, isn't it?
But perhaps if they're feeling the pinch, they might go secondhand and, be more thrifty and buy our stuff rather than... go to the bigger stores. Here's
the thing, when people are feeling tight for money, they may be going to boot sales and having clear outs, which would benefit us. They may be turning, like Andrea said, to eBay to buy a second-hand Tomy train set like I showed rather than a new one, for example. So
it's difficult to predict, isn't it? So
nobody knows.
Wait and see.
Nobody knows. Oh, James. My gran died in the bath.
Oh dear.
But you see, yeah, drunk. I'm not. I do sometimes have a beer in the bath, but
Only, well, I
I'm
was going
not
to say only one, maybe
not
two sometimes.
drunk. But yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that.
That's horrid.
I think the R rate has already gone back up to 1, so who knows?
I know. Well, it was bound to, wasn't it?
Well, you
suddenly
release,
let everybody out again.
yeah, release of the hounds has got in my head, not meaning release the hounds. Releasing, not releasing. Going back on some of the restrictions was always going to mean it would go back up in my head.
Yeah.
Nick, how much of your body water content is vino? Hi, Josh. we did have a lot of wine the other night, and I felt rough.
Yeah, well, we had 3 glasses. Lex drank a whole bottle to herself, I think. Perhaps she didn't. She was talking to Carla and said she had a bottle of wine. I couldn't drink a whole bottle of wine. I'd be really ill. I think 3 is my max.
3 bottles? Hi, Justin. Do you ship international? Yes, we do. We use a combination of eBay's GSP. If you don't know what that is, it's the global shipping program, which I think anyone can sign up to. It's free. And then all you do is you ship your item to their shipping warehouse effectively within the UK, and eBay ship internationally for you. So that's a great option.
We do some things of our own, don't we?
Yeah. And on smaller items, I do my own international shipping, and we have it on a lot of the clothing as well.
Luke makes the point that shopping in charity shops will be difficult. Small shops, queues outside, perhaps limited time outside. I agree. I think that it could be quite tricky with that.
Where's it gone?
And
it just went.
Car boots may be the way to go, but then,
where did it go? There it is. Shopping charity shops will be difficult. Yeah, queues outside. We're all going to slowly feel our way out of this, aren't we? And it's going to take a long time, sadly, to get back to what we see as normality.
I mean, I think car boots being out in the air, I mean, it depends, because, it could be winter by the time certain restrictions are lifted. But, out in the air, if you're wearing a mask, you've got your sanitizer with you, it shouldn't be, that should be probably better than going into a shop and I don't know.
Well, we can all organise yard sale trails or jumble trails in our hometowns and villages, because that's relatively safe, because it's an individual stall outside all of the houses that are taking part, right? And people will be desperate to maybe have a clear out, make some money or whatever. So it's a great way of getting that stock out of people's houses in a relatively safe, socially distanced way. So we certainly want to have a go at that, maybe in the autumn.
Maybe. Well, we just have to see. We have to see what we're allowed to do and what we're not.
Oh, hi, Brian. I don't know if you were in. I did give everyone a shout out who'd bought from us. Brian very kindly bought Rubik's clock from us last week. So, yes. And he asks, are we doing okay? Yes.
Yeah, we're doing okay.
We are. Just like everybody else, we're just muddling along and just trying not to go loopy.
Yeah.
And we're used to working from home and being at home.
I think that,
So we've got it easy, really.
Yeah.
Yes, Kay, I haven't listed it yet. I had a few people who saw this. I'll bring us up. Kay's asking, do we still have the PlayStation cap? A few people saw this in that video when I was going through stock I hadn't listed and asked if they could buy it, and I didn't, because
it needs linting.
It's been in storage for a while. This is vintage. It's an official promotional cap by PlayStation. It's even got a really nice kind of embossed PlayStation logo on the adjuster there. I've never seen one like it. I've not seen one on completeds on eBay. I think I did a Terapeak search for a year, couldn't find one as well. So I'm not sure where to go with it, but I think I'd be foolish to just name a price and let it go. I think I'm going to do it on an auction. I don't know. It may not have much value, but it's one of those items you just don't know. It's a really nice kind of embroidered patch. That's the word. But it needs a good clean first.
Yeah, I might have to go in the washing machine, can it?
Oh, I wouldn't want a washing machine that.
Okay.
No, I think we'd ruin it.
Just a sponge down, maybe, and and
it's
a
just
limiting.
dust. It's just dusty.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those items. I don't know whether people would be fighting over it if I auctioned it. Is it dated actually? Let's see if there's a date on that tag. No, it's just washing instructions.
Yeah, it doesn't look dirty, does it? It's just fluffy.
I think it's from
It's just fluffy.
From around launch time of PlayStation. It has that feel. So that would be
Very
what,
cool.
94, 95?
Yeah. Thank you, David. Says thanks for the videos. Anyway, oh, there it is. Thanks for the videos. Really inspiring stuff.
Oh, trying to share screen again. Yeah, if you're just joining us, we're up to 513 people. We don't really have a topic. We're just trying to read the chat and struggling to keep up. Yes, David, thanks for the videos. Really inspiring stuff. It's been a great help. Good. I mean, that's inspiring for us to hear that.
Right.
So
Tom, are you still in the chat, Tom? Kevin is asking, how do I contact Tom about stock? I don't have Facebook. I'm not sure, Kevin, did you message us on eBay about this? Because if you did, I think you may have seen at the beginning or not. We were just saying that we can't reply to anything that isn't about something that we've got for sale.
Classic example. If it was you, that's fine, but we cannot reply. The message was something like, can you give me such and such's contact details? All of the words that flag up on eBay trying to do a deal off eBay.
Which I know you're not, but those things would flag
up. We kind of are. And because the contact was made on eBay, we can get our accounts shut down, including yours. So
yeah, so basically, and just in case anyone else wasn't in the beginning, we've tried to make it a little bit easier in our description box now. So you can see that if you do have social media, which Kevin doesn't, you can message us on Facebook, you can privately message us on our Facebook page, but you can also email us via our website. So Kevin, if you can't get in contact with Tom, just send us an email via our website and we'll give you Tom's details.
Yeah. Or drop him a message on his latest YouTube video.
Yeah.
It was an option that Tom put out on that video. Okay. Hi, Laura. That's lovely to hear. I'm glad you enjoy them.
I think quite a few of the charity shops have got online shops, but I'm not sure if they're open at the moment because they're lacking the staff to cope with it.
Yeah, I think they're struggling for volunteers. Keep your eyes on Italy. They are in super relaxed mode now. So the next few weeks will be a good sign of how things will go.
Yeah.
Very good point. And we are taking a lot of our cues from Italy and Spain, seeing how they're managing to come out of this.
Yeah.
So that will dictate how we go for sure.
We should have taken it from Germany. They were testing since January and they've been super efficient with all of this.
Well, hindsight is a wonderful thing.
I know it is. I know it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Facebook Marketplace thoughts. Yeah, we try to stay away from it, to be honest. It kind of, I don't know.
I've attempted to sell, had very frustrating experiences. I've bought on there and done quite well out of it.
It's perhaps better to buy rather than sell on there, if that makes sense. But
Mark has a 40,000 square foot unit. So much stock needs to make space for new projects coming in.
Cool.
Wow. Makes me feel better about our backlog. Thank you.
Oh, shall we make it Tim a mod?
Tim can be a mod. How do I've got to remember. It's not letting me do that there.
Oh, yeah.
Why not?
That's
Why
weird.
not? Why can't I do it? That's how I used to do it. Don't know. I'm listing while sorting items to photograph and popping in and out of the chat. Good to see you, Tim.
Yeah, that's what we're doing, Gadget Man.
Yes, Gadget Man. Scrolling wheel does not
It's
help.
still jumps.
Louise, I've been furloughed for the last 5 weeks, going on 6 weeks. No idea when I'm back at work. I'm from Scotland and work in the construction industry.
Yeah, Scotland seemed to have quite a good handle on this. I wish we had.
Did I? I don't know.
Wish we had the same in England.
Daryl, around me, everyone is giving things away at the end of the drive and people are taking them. One man's rubbish is another man's gold.
Yeah, we've seen a bit of that going on.
Yeah. Well, we went out for a walk. First time we saw one of these, we went out for a walk and Andrea just said, don't you dare touch any of those things. It's like, this is the world I'm living in. It's like I'm living with...
I didn't quite say it like that.
Paranoid Andrea. Yes, you did.
I didn't say don't you dare.
Okay, don't you dare was implied in and there was a set of Roald Dahl books there. Wasn't even allowed to touch it, right? It's not like everything's covered in the virus. Anyway, yeah. Beer in the bath? Yes, Dave. Might as well have a Sunday roast in there. Now you're just taking it too far there, Dave. Okay. I'm going to come back out of chat. What?
We're so behind. Lex says, yep, the whole bottle. Yeah, Lex had a whole bottle of wine. Yeah, I couldn't cope with that.
Yeah,
Andrea is my limit.
Andrea would be hungover for about 3 days if that happened.
I think I'd be quite sick. I just can't handle that much. Oh, did you report your bubble wrap? We're really behind because I think I saw this question a long time ago.
The seller chased that up. The seller replaced the bubble wrap with us and they were really great and they were going to chase up their courier. So hopefully the courier refunded the seller was what I would hope because it wasn't the seller's fault. I didn't hear anything back.
Yeah, Denise says Boris has got a tough job. Can't lock down forever. I think whatever he does, he'll get slated. We were having exactly that conversation, weren't we? The other day. Yeah, I do agree with that. Yeah,
and I agree, Boris. Any politician at this point in time has a really tough job. When you think, especially in the trying to come out of this, because everyone has a different point of view. There are people who desperately want their kids to go back to school. There are people that are scared stiff about their kids going back to school. There are people who really want to get back to work. There are people who don't want to go back to work because it scares the hell out of them.
Yeah, so
and it's like
damned if you do, damned if you don't, really.
But you have to lead and come up with policies for the benefit of the whole nation, knowing you're going to upset probably 50% of the nation. Yeah. Who'd want to be a politician, right? And we all slag them off all the time. But yeah.
Yes, but Josh, you see, it's not a whole bottle. I'm just talking about the 3 medium glasses is almost a bottle, but it's not a whole bottle. The 4th one is the one that tips me over the edge.
It does. Yeah. I thought about some things to say then and then resisted. Me too, Andrea. 3 drinks and I'm quite tipsy, says Cohen. Actually, I'm going to go back to highlighting from...
She ends up on her back on grassy knolls.
Whoa.
No, it's a story that she told on Cellar Ladies and then on Carla's live this morning.
You can't say things like that about your friends.
Carla was telling us.
Where I'm trying to find where the comments are. Oh, we were so far behind. Well, I can't find it.
Oh no, I told you we were really far behind.
I can't find it. Anyway, okay. Hi, Sarah. Good to see you. Sutty, I am just starting out with selling on eBay. What would you recommend to sell as first products? The thing we normally say, the best way, and this is the best thing to do in our opinion, don't spend any money. Go through your house, go through your loft, shed, all of those knick-knacky drawers, pull out all the stuff that you don't use anymore, has no function for you anymore, you've fallen out of love with, whatever, and use that to learn how to sell on eBay. Don't invest your money, just have a clear out of your own home. Go through kitchen's a great place to find stuff you no longer want, or that spiralizer that nobody uses in the back of the cupboard.
That was a dig.
We sold ours, didn't we?
No, I think it's still there.
Oh, is it still there? Right, good example. And then doing that, you've not spent a load of money. You will find out, A, if you enjoy selling on eBay, and B, you will make all of the rookie mistakes that we all made, and learn about selling, and you'll get a bunch of feedback and get your account off to a good start before trying to invest money to make money.
Yeah,
that would be
yeah. This is Michael that this t-shirt came from. Says, did you ever do anything with the World War II picks?
We had 2 dealers get in touch because they saw them in several videos, and one made an offer that I accepted, and then it all fell apart and didn't happen. And then I was in long discussions, in fact, with another 2 different people about doing a deal on it, and nothing came in from that. So our intention has always been really to put them in a specialist military auction. So that's something after lockdown we will do. Go and get them appraised and put them in an international specialist auction. And I really hope they go back to Germany. That's what I would hope happens to them.
What's Josh saying? You're on the wrong account.
I'm on the wrong account? I don't know.
Oh, there we go.
Wrong account to make a mod. Oh, am I signed in?
I see.
What? Am I? No. I don't know. Let me.
Tom says, Kevin, I'll send an email and reply to you on the comment.
You might be right, Josh, but I don't know how to change that at the moment.
You're in your quiz account. How are we in the quiz account if we've gone live on this channel?
Because we're in StreamYard. Oh, so on here, on that window in, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Do you have Parcel Motel in the UK? I've heard that name, but I don't know.
Oh,
Is that a thing here?
I haven't heard it.
Not used it if we do. In jokes. Now this has been talked about a lot recently. eBay's changes to their own, what are they calling it?
Managed payments.
Managed payments. Now we purposefully didn't take early sign up, because the way we figure there's going to be a lot of issues and a lot of problems to iron out. So we might as well just wait until some of the major issues have been ironed out.
We're kind of just hanging in there until we're forced to, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have heard from a few people who are not having a good time with that. Yeah. I think.
But what are the issues?
One of the issues is people are not liking the fact that eBay are holding the money and you can only have it released at certain times. And I'm not sure what the frequency choices are on that, because I haven't looked into it. But I think people aren't liking that because it's, disrupting the way their business works. Amazon do the same thing. They hold your money, don't they? And they release it every 2 weeks. But they give you the option to be able to release it when you want to. So I really think that would be a good idea for eBay, to be able to have that option to release your money if you need it, or to download it yourself if you need it, before the date of release.
Yeah. Somebody sent me a link to a video, which I haven't watched yet because I forgot, about they are taking away certain categories as well.
Oh,
I don't know if that's happening or whether maybe that's something in America. I need to watch a video. Yeah, we haven't experienced it yet, so we can't really comment.
We haven't really looked at it.
But it's one of those things. they make up the rules. They are switching over. We can't really have much input. We can give our feedback, of course, and complain, but it's changing. It's happening. So you kind of, in a way, you just have to go with the punches on this and try not to stress about it too much, because in 6 months' time, we won't know any better, and we will look back on this and go, what were we all panicking about, hopefully?
Yeah, in terms of the buyer has more options to pay now, so it's good for the buyer, isn't it? It's not going to be so great for us, but then, you know, we're just so used to PayPal.
So what new options are there then?
Because you can pay with like Apple Pay, and there are just so many different options. I think they can pay with PayPal. It's just that it comes to us in a different way. It doesn't go into our PayPal accounts.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know.
Uncertainty.
We'll see how it goes.
Uncertainty seems to be the new normal.
Yes.
I think that
should be a t-shirt.
That's a good way of describing it.
Uncertainty is the new normal.
And for those people who find that hard to deal with, and I think you would admit you're in that category.
Oh yeah.
That's a constant stress, not kind of knowing. I don't mind. I'm kind of just going along with it. The bit that's getting to me is my lack of freedom. I like to be able to just drive and visit people and go and do a fun thing or do whatever. And I hate being restricted. I hate people telling me what to do. And I think that's the overriding stress for me. Dealing with the virus and the ins and outs of that doesn't worry me at all. But having my freedoms restricted is starting to...
So why does that not worry you?
Well, I don't go out and think that every surface is plastered in the virus. I think I can rationalise it a bit differently to you.
Well, it's certainly set off my OCD in a big way.
Oh, our shop. Should we explain what we did for when the shopping arrived?
Yeah, I'd be interested to know if anyone else does this, because this is another thing that Nick was annoyed with me about.
I wasn't annoyed, and I stood in the kitchen and disinfected all of our shopping with you.
Yeah, we got a shopping delivery yesterday, and then I asked Nick and Ellen if they would help me spray and wipe it all down. So
we're talking disinfecting every single item of a big shop.
So I'd be interested to know if anyone else does that.
We have talked about upgrading our iMacs and haven't bit the bullet and decided what we're going to buy.
We talk about a lot of things that we don't get around to.
No.
We do eventually. It's just it takes a while. She hasn't been recently because we haven't really got anything to plant, or we haven't been going out anywhere and haven't bought it online. So the one thing that we are doing is growing strawberries, and they're looking fab, aren't they?
We do have some strawberries.
So she's quite pleased with those at the moment.
Great big strawberry plant, and the strawberries are like almost white at the minute, when they first come through. They've not started ripening at all.
So other than actually she's crazy about our house plants, isn't she? She's telling you she talks to them today.
She's gone mad. She sits in her bedroom talking to her house plants, right? Don't you dare was implied by the way she slapped your hand away. Yeah, it went something like that.
Barry's full of it tonight.
Hi, Dav G. Hope you're well. With the uncertainty around jobs, people may look to resell. Very true.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have a wealth of content, but would you consider doing a video for beginners? There are some on the channel. I could do another one, like a kind of basics.
Might be worth doing something like that.
Because I'm aware it's very hard to find the content you need on YouTube. It's a thought. And I know I've said this many times, it sounds like an excuse. The list of videos I have that I want to make and I've had requested is out of hand. But yes, that would be a good idea. We've had look, the little super chat bubbles. I was scrolling
down to see. Shall I go to the bottom?
Well, that'll be there for we can see the super chat. I just want to read some of the responses to what you wanted to know. Do other people disinfect all their shopping? Well,
let me find the super chat first.
Oh, you're doing that first? Okay.
It's from Robbie. Thank you so much, Robbie. Says, hi, Nick and Andrea. Sorry I missed most of the live chat, but I'll catch the replay when it's posted. just wanted to say hi. And yes, it's a pain disinfecting everything when home from shopping. So yes, Robbie does it. Thank you. Thanks, Robbie.
There was more chat about. I don't wash off groceries. I do wash my hands good after I handle them. I spray incoming orders and wash my hands after touching. I live close to Los Angeles, though, so being careful. It's Carol. Lainey isn't doing it. I leave my shopping for 3 days before putting it in the cupboard.
Yeah. Now that's what Sue, my friend around the corner, does. She's leaving hers. She disinfects her frozen, puts that away, and then leaves the rest for 3 days, and then puts it.
You go on to say only use wipes for fresh and freezer food. I was going to say that won't really work with the frozen foods. The
only thing that I don't obviously is fruit and veg, because it's loose, so you can't do anything with that. You just have to.
But you're going to cook that anyway, so yeah. I do that too. I do my own shopping because I can't get a delivery. Wipe everything with wipes before I put them in the car. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying really hard not to use wipes because,
Michael cleans all the food as it comes into the house.
So we're spraying it with a spray and then wiping it with a cloth, aren't we?
Quite a few people do that. And this is the thing.
Thank you, Nia.
I agree. But, I think your words were, "Oh, you've got that face on again." But it's like, well, I'm doing what you want, but I wouldn't choose to do it. But I'm still
happy about it.
Yeah, but I don't want. I'm there helping and doing the thing you want me to do, and then you have a go because I'm like,
not having a go. I was not having.
That's all right then. It's all good. Yes. But these are the tensions that must be played up and down the country because we're all coping with it in our own heads, in our own way, right? And we all have elements of this that are stressing us out less than our partner or more than our partner, and that tension is real, right? Especially because we're living on top of each other and not having our own space.
Yeah. So Pete says, I sanitize my parcel before and after packing and label them as such, marketing and reassurance to posties.
We had something arrived with a little sticker on that said, thanks, Mr. Postie, for everything you're doing. And that was
that's nice.
Well,
what I've been doing is when, like, if a small package arrives, I open it and empty it out because I'm figuring that whatever's inside it has been in there for a couple of days anyway, and then put away the cardboard and wash my hands after that. But anything that comes in a big box, it stays in the hallway for 3 days.
Robbie has super chatted $5.
Oh, thank you again.
It's Robbie from Queens, New York, by the way. Hope you remember me. Do we? I feel bad now. Did we meet a Robbie when we were in America?
Did you have a friend that you met in
I stayed
New
with
York?
I stayed with Sean in Brooklyn, but that's going back to 1994.
Sorry, Robbie. Perhaps you've told us that before and we've forgotten.
Yeah. Apologies.
But, thank you so much for the super chat. And we'll try and remember it from now on.
Nick, are you a Sagittarius? Yes. And what?
Interesting.
Well, I did say my birthday earlier. I mean, that could be really clever deductions, or you just heard me say that my birthday is in December. Yes, I disinfect my shopping as far as putting all bottles of water, juice, etc. in the bath much quicker.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah,
well, that's
is. But we're missing another one that we haven't seen, so I'm just trying to find it.
No, it was down.
No, there was. I thought there was a yellow one.
Oh, we did that.
Oh, we did that one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Kevin. I'm racking my brains about Robbie now.
It's Kevin. Again, hello, Kevin. Thank you. Looking forward to getting my cube.
Did I read out Kevin? This is Nick's organisation here.
On post-it notes.
Oh, I don't know. We did have some orders today, and I didn't have a minute to go through. I think we may have had some customer orders today.
Yeah, that'll be going
customer orders.
That'll be going out tomorrow.
orders from viewers. So I'll go through and write those down for next week's shout outs. That's probably what that is.
Oh, just reading Dave's comment there.
Dave,
Yeah.
you should see what happens when we see a sample test kit in a post box. I'm up to 5 found now. Wow. Yeah, because they're all going through the postal system. Yeah.
What does Andy say there?
Keep it up, Dave. You're doing a sterling job, mate.
Absolutely, you really are.
What, this one?
Yeah. It says, Andrea, my dad disinfects everything constantly if you want to house swap. You and my dad can discuss Dettol and I can go for walks with Nick to fondle his bench.
Yeah, well, I think what us being open about are quite stark differences with levels of concern and things we're doing shows that everybody is dealing with this differently. And I'm not sure there's a right or wrong. I'm adhering to, so I am staunch about social distancing because I can see that is the main way of transferring this thing, right? It's breath to breath. It's this stuff. But as for, I touched the gatepost or that's not my concern.
It just immediately makes me go.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah. Anyway, thanks, Kevin. Appreciate that, and appreciate the order. It will be shipped out tomorrow.
Vinyl Seekers says, yes, my missus does that. For the last 4 weeks, wipes every item down, also takes items out of box if possible.
Manufactured. What?
Here we go.
What?
Robbie says, no, I meant if you remember me from the chat the other day, not when you stayed in New York. LOL. I love watching you guys.
Okay, fantastic. I was racking my brains. I thought you meant remembered from meeting you at some point. Okay, thank you so much. New eBay seller. Well, best of luck with it. Enjoy the ride because it's a bit of a ride. The virus stays on metal things longer than wooden things.
Yeah, it does.
That was Robert there.
And I think on plastic as well, doesn't it?
Okay, we are at the bottom of the chat. How we manage that?
I'm not sure if Matt's comment is incoming.
Hi,
We're waiting for Matt Walker's shout out of the week.
Absolute TV.
No, your shelves are looking a bit thinner behind.
Well, yeah, I do want to try and make a video tomorrow if I get time. I'm going to condense everything and bring down the rest of the car parts. I mean, there's almost an entire bay at the end because I've lifted a load of bulky stuff. So yeah, it's getting there. Oh, sorry, I meant to highlight that. Woohoo, I caught you live this time. I've just started selling all my old stuff. Already had my first situation with Hermes. Okay. Yeah.
Well, we haven't had many
situations. Couriers are struggling.
Hermes, have we?
Couriers are struggling, but we've not had an issue with Hermes.
Okay, apparently Karen said it was above.
What is?
Matt Walker.
Oh,
I'm sorry if I've missed it, but as you've seen, it jumps up and down. So, if you want us to read it out, pop it in again. Oh, I did miss it. If you want to pop it back in again,
click on it then.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we've got one from Ryan. Hello, Ryan. I hope you're well. Loving the videos when packing. Oh, our packing videos are.
Does that mean you're loving the videos when you're packing, or you're loving packing videos?
Yeah.
Packing videos seem like a great idea, but they're a right faff to film because you're trying to get busy packing. And you have to set the whole thing up, and then excuses again. Sorry. But yeah, I'll try and do more.
Question here. Porky's Discount says, Andrea, I don't suppose you do often, but if you'd have some new in bag clothes, do you take them out to measure them or just sell them as is? I think if they're new in and their bags and sealed, then I wouldn't take it out, because then you're obviously devaluing it because you're opening it up.
Most clothes don't come sealed like that, though, do they?
No.
They're usually.
So I haven't actually experienced that a lot. I think we've had like shirts before that have been sealed in bags.
Yeah, shirts sometimes are.
But no, I probably wouldn't. And usually on the label, it tells you what the size is anyway.
But even we had a job lot of school blazers that were brand new, and they just had like suit covers on, didn't they? And we could get into them.
Hi, JJ says, I'm a year 1 teacher gearing up to head back into the classroom soon. Yeah, feeling for you. Our Nick's sister, Jo, she's year 1, isn't she? I
think so.
Going through the same thing, yeah. And G-Man Panthro says, what's your least favourite courier and why?
Yodel.
Yeah.
Useless.
Never had a good experience with them unless they're delivering to us.
Even then. Yeah, and it's probably only our experience. I tried to ship with Yodel twice, I think it was, and they just couldn't find our house. And our house isn't hard to find. And they just useless. And then I can't remember what happened. I can't remember if they ever turned up or we got our money back.
And it's happened a couple of times as well.
Yeah, so we
don't use them.
I'm sure there's people in the chat that think Yodel are great, maybe, but I'm never using them again.
Okay, so now it is officially time for Matt Walker's shout out of the week. Says, hi Nick and Andrea, could you give a shout out to my wife, please? Hi Jem. I've been building a new patio this week as requested by my wife. A well-earned drink is needed this evening.
Wow.
That sounds good. Well
Keep him busy.
I'm building the patio.
Yeah. We mentioned earlier, we walked to my sister's house, Jo, who is the teacher we just mentioned. She lives on the other side of town. It's like a half-hour walk. And we briefly went into their back garden, socially distanced. They were at the other end of the garden. And because Darren, my brother-in-law, has built this great big tree house in a tree. And he's put a great big ladder. He was doing perspex windows and
yeah. Oh, you're right there.
I've breathed in some dust. I meant shower them down in the bath. Okay. Asked about Sagittarius, as you said about needing freedom. Oh, is that a Sagittarius thing? Okay. I don't abide. I kind of believe in all of that stuff, but yeah, I mean, it's a big deal for me, freedoms, and a big reason why I do what I do.
Yeah, he doesn't like to be told what to do at all.
To the point where if people tell me what to do, I will purposefully find another way of doing that thing. I do it to a fault, actually.
Yeah, and you see, I'm Virgo, so I'm like.
What does that mean?
Like, need everything to be in order.
How have we stayed married for 20? Well, together for what?
We obviously both have a lot of patience between us.
Oh, lockdown is wearing it thin.
Not a lot's changed though. We still spend 7 days a week together normally. People are laughing about my video. It was just. I started to say it and then kept finding myself saying it, and then I found it funny, and then it was just hilarious. And I have to pull my blind down so that the light in my office is better. And so Ellen then comes to the kitchen window and looks into my office. She's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm just losing my mind. I can't say the word properly.
I watched that video back, obviously. Oh my God. And I thought it was the best video Andrew's ever made. It really was well edited and funny, and the bit at the end as well is brilliant. So yeah, I'm glad people are enjoying that.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you. I decided to leave it in because I thought it would make people laugh. I mean, I just couldn't stop. It was just.
Hi, Paul. Says, recently found your channel. Love your videos. Can I ask what percentage of your income is through eBay? Currently, most of it. Amazon, we've sold everything we have at Amazon. I had some old stock recalled. We were thinking about kind of closing down FBA for a while until we can buy stock in bulk to send up and stuff. But I'm going to try and keep it ticking along now. So usually Amazon is a bigger percentage than it currently is. It's currently at 0. I'm merchant fulfilling a few bits and bobs, but nothing much. So our income currently is eBay. We have a few other little streams, like YouTube is a stream of income for us now, affiliates and things like that. But it's compared to eBay, it's a small percentage.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, someone agreeing. Mark, Yodel are useless. Had a package sent to me, ended up in Hertfordshire. Oh, that's where we are, not Herefordshire.
Oh my goodness.
How do they do that? It's got a postcode on it, surely.
Yeah.
Okay. Same with superstitions. I'm not superstitious at all, and it has never done me any harm, touch wood. He's here all night. He's here all night.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Oh, Ryan's asking about your Nike trainers.
Black and green. Black and green. Oh, I don't know. You mean these? No, they're not black and green. Those? They're kind of grey and green. Black and green. These are Puma. I don't know. You'll have to message me.
Yeah, either on Facebook or email through the website.
Somebody did ask me, I'm sorry if it was you, but somebody did ask me about these, and I looked into them, and these are actually quite sought after, these high tops. Probably go for about 30 plus. But I haven't listed them. Shoes are not mine. I don't mind listing shoes, actually, but any clothing kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies. So, yeah, need to get that done.
Slotwins says, hi Nick and Andrea, I've taken to looking at Gumtree and managed to buy a bag of 6 older cameras, including Polaroid, Insta 1000 and an Olympus Mewtwo. Ooh.
Wow.
Do you guys have a browse on Gumtree too?
I don't tend to.
No. No, it's never been that great around where we are, but then I'm sure if we looked regularly we'd find something, but it's not something that we.
Well, I remember chatting with Ben Fitzpatrick when I did a few live streams with him, and he swears by it. But I think because he's in a big metropolitan area, he's in Birmingham, it works better in a metropolitan area. A lot more people, a lot more activity on it. There's not a lot of activity on Gumtree local to us. There are some Facebook reselling groups, but you have to be on the ball with those to get anything, I've found.
Lex says, I don't believe in star signs defining your personality, but that's typical of a Leo, I guess. And Lucy wants to know, oh no, that's not the one. Lucy wants to know what brand my cardigan is. I bought it in a charity shop. Surprise, surprise. It's Peacocks. Yeah.
I had a parcel sent to me from the Bristol area by Parcel Force, and it was put on a train going to Plymouth.
Okay.
I saw another couple of people asking about prices of shoes. Yeah, what about the Timberlands? I don't know. I've not been through and tried to list them, so I don't know what I would be asking. Again, if you are interested in anything you see in our videos, links below to our Facebook, and then just send me a DM, like send me a messenger, is the best way to contact me.
Oh.
What was that? Was that our phone? That was the computer ringing. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to wrap up soon because we've been on nearly an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Time
flies. Oh, Laura says, I'm a Virgo, totally disorganized. Oh, I'm not saying I'm organized. I just like things to be in order.
Yeah, there's a big difference. Yes, well put. Andrea would like things to be organized,
Yeah.
but yeah, between us, we fail at organizing most things.
Yeah, I'm quite good at organizing like things for the family and stuff, but organizing myself, yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. I don't know who I was chatting to, but when we decided to do the last charity event, like arranging that, and it like I ended up with post-it notes all over my computer, about 50 like email and messenger conversations going on with different people and wanting to try and do things, and it was just hilarious because my brain doesn't work that way. I struggle to cope with lots of information, so it's just hilarious. I remember when we did the auction one going back a year or two.
No, that's not the one.
And then we sold off raffle tickets as well for that. And the only way I could cope with it was to write it all down by hand. So that's what I did.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious. So yeah, I'm not very good at I'm too scatterbrained to be organized.
Yeah. So I think we're going to wrap it up now, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, thank you for sticking with us for an hour and a half if you did, because it's been an epic one tonight.
Yes, it's been good.
Yeah.
Sorry to quizzes. I was going to put out an extra quiz in between the two Monday ones. It's not happening now. Didn't quite get on top of that. But we will be back tomorrow, 8 o'clock on our quiz channel. Link for that is below. We've had a bunch of new subs and that's growing fast, which is fantastic. So exciting to see. So if you're not already subbed, please do if you're into quizzing. And we'll see you there for that. People are looking forward to it already. G-Man, regular player, yes. I need to update the league before then as well. Hi, Ashley. Bye, Ashley. Good to see you.
See you tomorrow.
Let's highlight a few more before we go. Thanks, Carol. Yes, take care, stay healthy. Good message to end on. Okay, thank you for joining us. We will be back next Sunday. We might have a topic, we might not. This was quite fun just chatting with you like this. So
yeah, it was good.
Yeah, there'll be a vlog out tomorrow of me picking out a bunch of stock and talking about my process of listing it. So if you're interested in that, that should be out about 6 or 7 tomorrow.
Cool.
Any words of wisdom?
No, just stay safe and have a good week.
There we go. Bye.